Have you ever wondered, could your seemingly healthy breakfast be the reason your morning blood pressure is rising? Today, we'll follow the story of Helen, a 72-year-old woman who thought she was eating all the right things until she noticed the numbers on her blood pressure monitor slowly starting to change.
Hello, doctor. My name is Helen. I'm 72 years old, and I live in the suburbs of Pennsylvania with my husband, Donald. We've both been retired for a few years now. Every morning, we start the day with breakfast together and take a walk around the park near our home. We've always believed we were doing the right things, living healthy, sticking to a routine, no alcohol, no smoking. Each morning, I prepare breakfast like clockwork. Usually, it's a slice of toast with peanut butter, sometimes with a fried egg, and a small cup of coffee with milk. Other days, I switch it up with instant cereal, the kind made specially for seniors that I buy at the supermarket. I try my best to stick to this habit because I read somewhere that having breakfast regularly is good for your heart and blood pressure. But over the past few months, something hasn't felt quite right. I have a habit of checking my blood pressure about 30 minutes after breakfast, and lately the numbers have started creeping up. It used to be around 120/80. Now, some mornings it climbs to 145, even close to 150. I haven't changed any medications. I still eat on time. And honestly, I just don't understand why this is happening. At first, I thought it might be the weather at this age. Even a chilly breeze can make me feel dizzy. But after a few weeks, I started noticing a pattern. On mornings when I ate sugary cereal or a ham sandwich, my blood pressure would spike noticeably. But on days when I just had a boiled egg and a banana, everything seemed fine. That really got me thinking. Am I eating the wrong foods for breakfast? Are there some foods that seem healthy but are quietly raising my blood pressure? And if that's the case, what should someone like me be eating in the morning to help keep it steady? I know I'm not the only one in this situation. Many folks my age are eating regularly, thinking we're doing the right thing for our health. But then we see numbers on the monitor that make us worry. So I really want to ask, doctor, and ask thoroughly so I can understand what's going on and make changes before things get worse.
Thank you, Helen, for sharing your story so openly. Honestly, your question is one that many people over 60 often wonder about. It might sound surprising, but yes, your breakfast alone can have a strong impact on your blood pressure, especially in those first few hours of the day. There are three common mistakes that older adults tend to make at breakfast. And while they may seem small or harmless, these habits can be the very reason why your blood pressure isn't staying within a healthy range. Think about it. How many of us start our mornings with a ham and cheese sandwich, a quick cup of instant noodles, or even packaged savory crackers? These foods may look harmless in small portions, but they're often loaded with hidden sodium. Just one slice of bacon can contain 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly a quarter of the recommended daily limit for older adults. Salt causes the body to retain water, making the heart work harder to pump blood. And that extra strain can lead to elevated blood pressure, sometimes within hours of eating. What's more, after a night of mild dehydration, which naturally happens while we sleep, that added salt can throw your system even more off balance. A lot of people assume cereal is a healthy choice, and to be fair, some types are. But the majority of boxed cereals you'll find in grocery stores are packed with sugar and refined carbs. Foods like pastries, instant pancakes, flavored syrups, and fruit-flavored cereals can cause your blood sugar to spike quickly and then crash. That kind of roller coaster effect doesn't just leave you tired and jittery, it can also make your blood pressure swing up and down. When your blood sugar rises and falls rapidly, your sympathetic nervous system jumps into action. It makes your heart beat faster and your blood vessels tighten, both of which can cause your blood pressure to climb right along with it. This is one of the most common morning habits, but it can easily throw your blood pressure off balance. Caffeine can cause a temporary spike in blood pressure, especially when it's consumed on an empty stomach. At that point, your body absorbs it faster, which can lead to feelings of jitteriness or a racing heart. What's more, if your coffee is paired with a salty sandwich or a sugary pastry, the combination of caffeine, sodium, and sugar creates what I like to call a mild blood pressure shock. You might not notice it right away, but if it happens every morning, the effects can definitely add up over time. It might sound counterintuitive, but skipping breakfast can also lead to elevated blood pressure in the morning. When your body goes without food for too long, your blood sugar drops. In response, your system releases more hormones like cortisol and epinephrine, both of which naturally raise blood pressure. On top of that, eating later in the morning often leads older adults to eat too quickly or too much, which can strain the digestive system and cause bigger swings in blood pressure. So in the end, breakfast, though it may seem like just a small part of the day, can have a big impact on blood pressure, especially for seniors. And most of us don't realize how something as simple as a slice of bacon or a cup of coffee with milk could quietly be throwing things off.
Dear Helen, as I mentioned earlier, breakfast may seem simple, but the wrong choices can lead to serious consequences. And it's not just about your blood pressure in the morning. A poor breakfast can cause your numbers to stay off balance for the entire day. Let's take a closer look at some of the clear but often silent effects that older adults are especially prone to when their blood pressure isn't stable. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to even small changes. When we start the day with a breakfast high in salt, sugar, or caffeine, blood pressure can rise within just 30 to 60 minutes. Most people don't notice it. There may be no obvious symptoms. But for those with a history of hypertension, even a slight trigger can send their numbers climbing unexpectedly. These spikes might not cause dizziness or headaches right away, but they quietly put pressure on your blood vessels, especially those leading to the brain and heart. A poorly chosen breakfast, like eating something too sugary or having coffee on an empty stomach, can fool the body at first. You might feel alert and energized because of the quick blood sugar or caffeine spike, but just an hour or two later, that energy crashes. Fatigue, shaky hands, a racing heart, or even lightheadedness can set in. In younger adults, the body usually recovers quickly, but for those over 60, these blood pressure and heart rate swings can throw off balance and increase the risk of falls, especially when walking, climbing stairs, or standing up too quickly. This is the part I want to emphasize the most. When your breakfast habits cause even small daily spikes in blood pressure, your body never gets a break. Over time, your blood vessels, especially the smaller ones in the eyes, kidneys, and brain, are under constant strain. Here's what can happen. Increased risk of minor brain hemorrhages in older adults with a history of high blood pressure. Damage to the tiny blood vessels in the eyes, which can gradually affect your vision. Added burden on the kidneys, making it harder for them to filter waste, leading to swollen feet, fatigue, and nausea. Higher risk of heart attack, especially in those who eat salty foods and drink coffee in the morning when blood pressure is already sensitive. Even if these issues don't appear overnight, they build quietly over time until one day they become much harder to reverse. Our bodies run on an internal clock. In the morning, hormones like cortisol and adrenaline naturally rise to help wake us up. But when we eat the wrong kinds of breakfast, we unknowingly throw fuel on an already active nervous system. The result? Our sympathetic nervous system gets overstimulated, leading to
faster heart rate, tightened blood vessels, higher blood pressure than necessary. This keeps the body in a subtle state of stress throughout the day, and many people simply assume it's just part of getting older. The truth is, if we don't adjust our breakfast habits, seniors may spend every day with fluctuating blood pressure without realizing it. And the consequences aren't just numbers on a blood pressure monitor, they're surprise headaches, a sense of instability, and long-term cardiovascular strain. So, what should older adults eat in the morning to help keep their blood pressure in check? The answer isn't expensive superfoods or overly strict diets. In fact, some of the most effective changes are small, simple steps that when done consistently your body will thank you for. Below are a few easy-to-follow suggestions, specially designed for people over 60 who want to support heart health and maintain stable blood pressure. Don't rush for coffee or tea the moment you wake up. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is usually slightly dehydrated, and that can make your morning blood pressure higher than usual. A glass of warm water can rehydrate your bloodstream, gently stimulate digestion, ease tension in your blood vessels, helping to stabilize blood pressure. If you enjoy a touch of flavor, try adding a few slices of cucumber or a thin piece of fresh ginger. It's soothing, refreshing, and can help you start the day feeling more balanced. Low sodium plus high potassium plus enough fiber equals stable blood pressure. Here are some excellent breakfast choices that fit this formula perfectly. Cooked oatmeal, rich in soluble fiber, helps lower cholesterol and keeps blood vessels more flexible. Ripe banana packed with potassium, which helps flush excess sodium from your system. Boiled or steamed egg. A high-quality protein that doesn't spike blood sugar. Unsalted peanut butter, loaded with healthy fats. Pair it with whole grain toast for a heart-healthy combo. Low-fat plain yogurt. Adds calcium and probiotics to support digestion and blood pressure. Avoid sweetened versions. A sample breakfast idea. A warm bowl of unsweetened oatmeal cooked with low-fat milk, topped with banana slices and a sprinkle of chia seeds. 1 boiled egg plus 1 slice of whole grain toast with a thin layer of unsalted peanut butter. A glass of warm water or a mild herbal tea like chamomile or lotus leaf. Just because something seems low in salt doesn't mean it's truly heart-friendly. Many common breakfast foods contain hidden sodium and sugar that can silently raise your blood pressure. Boxed cereals, especially colorful or fruit-flavored types. Ham or sausage sandwiches, processed cheese, salty crackers, sweet pastries, instant pancakes. Strong coffee mixed with sweetened condensed milk. Always check the nutrition label when buying packaged foods. If the sodium content is over 140 milligrams per serving, it's worth considering a healthier alternative. Try not to wait until 9 or 10 a.m. to eat. The ideal time to have breakfast is within 1 hour of waking up. That's when your body is in an active digestive mode, which helps absorb nutrients more efficiently and keeps your blood sugar and blood pressure steady throughout the morning. Too busy in the morning? Prepare something simple the night before, like overnight, oats, hard-boiled eggs, or a whole grain sandwich with egg. These easy options can make all the difference without taking up your morning. Helen did the right thing by checking her blood pressure in the morning. But remember, it's best to measure 30 to 60 minutes after eating, while sitting upright and relaxed for at least 5 minutes beforehand. This kind of daily tracking helps you spot which foods might be causing issues so you can adjust your meals, not your medication. To sum it all up, A blood pressure-friendly breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. Just remember, drink warm water. Include fiber, potassium, and protein. Avoid hidden sugars and sodium. Eat at the right time. This small act of consistency each morning is one of the greatest gifts you can give your heart and blood vessels. Helen and everyone watching by now, you can see that breakfast isn't just a morning meal. It's the foundation for a heart-healthy day. Together, we've uncovered common breakfast mistakes, like eating too much salt, choosing sugary cereals, drinking coffee on an empty stomach, or even skipping breakfast altogether. Silent but serious consequences: morning blood pressure spikes, dizziness, fatigue, and long-term risks like stroke, kidney damage, or vision loss. And most importantly, simple, practical changes that anyone can start tomorrow, like swapping white bread for whole grain, sipping warm water instead of coffee first thing, or adding a banana or boiled egg to your plate. A small tip, a big impact. If you only remember one thing from today, let it be this: good blood pressure begins with the right breakfast. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with just one better food choice, one glass of warm water at the right time, one moment of reading a nutrition label more carefully, and soon your body will begin to respond in quiet but powerful ways. Many people think they have to wait until something goes wrong to make a change. But the truth is, healthy aging isn't about big decisions. It's about small habits, repeated every day. And breakfast? That's one of the best places to begin. Thank you for staying with us all the way to the end of today's video. If you've ever wondered, can one slice of toast or a simple morning coffee really affect my blood pressure? Then congratulations. You're not alone. Maybe Helen's story today is also your story, or your spouse's, or maybe your mom or dad's. And if you've ever had those same quiet questions about breakfast, about blood pressure, or about the little things that quietly shape our health, please feel free to share them in the comments below. We read every single message, and sometimes we reply even faster than your toaster pops in the morning. Gentle chuckle. If you found today's video helpful, we'd love for you to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Each week, we share practical, simple insights that can truly make a difference in your golden years. Wishing you a peaceful morning, a strong heart, and a warm, gentle breakfast to start your day right.